327170 and cause number 326004. The first case, cause number 327170, is styled the state of Texas versus Claire Baker, also known as Claire McClure. And the second case, cause number 326004, is styled the state of Texas versus Claire McClure, also known as Claire Baker. Miss Baker, Miss Claire McClure, or Miss Claire Baker, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you may put your hand down. How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, that's good.
Thank you for asking. How are you?
Okay, thank you. Now, Miss McClure, this first case is styled the state of Texas versus Claire, is that Shanor Baker?
It's Shanheimer, and it's my name. They just messed it up. I think it's to actually go as McClure Baker, so it's hyphenated.
Right, but at a time you also went by either Claire Shanor Baker or Claire McClure as well, correct?
Shanheimer is my middle name,
Oh.
Correct.
and I go
And you've
Claire.
gone by both last names at a time.
Sure, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, Ms. Baker, clause number 327170, the information states that on or about September 12th of 2020, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, you were charged with the Class A misdemeanor offense of assault, family violence. Ms. Baker, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. I do.
This charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Baker, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. It's titled the misdemeanor plea admonishment. And on this document, it states that the assault family violence is a Class A misdemeanor. The range of punishment is confinement in jail for a term not to exceed 1 year, or a fine not to exceed $4,000, or you could be given both such fine and confinement. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, on page 2 of this document, there are some initials on the line that says Nola Contendere. Is that, are these your initials?
I'm sorry, I could not understand what you asked.
My question was, are these your initials on line 2 where it says Nola Contendere on page 2 of this document?
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I have another document before me. This document is titled the Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. At the bottom of this document, above the line that says defendant, is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
There are 2 boxes that are also checked on this document at the top. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
I do understand that, Your Honor.
And the
Yes.
second box that's checked states that you are waiving or you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Now, while you were out there where you are now, you should have signed a document on paper that is titled the Discovery Certification.
Right.
And did you sign that document?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
Now, prior to signing and initialing the documents on the tablet and the documents on document on paper, did your attorney, Mr. McIntosh, go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge, Your Honor, yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
I'm sorry, did you ask me a question?
Ms. Ramos?
Yes, Your Honor, and we'd also like to offer State's Exhibit 2, that's the PC affidavit in this case.
All right. Now, State's, Mr. McIntosh, do you have any objections to State's Exhibit 1 and 2?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibits number 1 and 2 will be admitted. Mr. McIntosh, you advised and counseled Ms. Baker. Is there any evidence that she is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Baker, your attorney, Mr. McIntosh, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor, I truly am.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Ms. Baker, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, and it's 45 days with credit for any time she's already served.
And are you taxing and returning the court costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or tax and return all costs, okay. Ms. Baker, the state is offering that you serve 45 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you've already served 45 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore,
No, Your Honor. She's not served a full 45 days in the
Oh,
jail. She's served some time, but not a full 40.
could you repeat the offer? I thought it was time served.
It's 45 days with any credit for any time she's served.
Oh, okay, I misunderstood. Okay. So it's 45, okay. Ms. Baker, the state is offering that you serve 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail in this case. Now, Ms. Baker, you'll also be required to pay any costs that is associated with this case. Yeah. And Ms. Baker, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay. Now, Ms. Baker, the total cost, if you needed to know, is $387. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right. Now, I'll follow the pre-bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. Ms. Baker, we have another case here. In this case, okay, in this case is style the state of Texas versus Claire McClure. And Ms. McClure, in this case, it states that on or about January 30th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, you were charged with the Class A misdemeanor offense of terroristic threat, family violence. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to this charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest, Your Honor.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Baker, I have before me, excuse me, Ms. McClure, I have before me the misdemeanor plea admonishment, which is State's Exhibit number 1. And on page 2 of this document, there are some initials at the bottom on the line that says Nola Contendere. Are these your initials?
Yes, Your Honor, they are.
And on page 3 of the same document, Ms. McClure, at the top above the line that says defendant, there is a signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
And on the next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, there's a signature at the bottom above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
And there are 2 boxes that's checked on this document. The top box says that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
I do understand that, Your Honor, yes.
And the second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
I do understand that as well, Your Honor, thank you.
Now, there should be a document out there that is titled Discovery Certification. Did you remember signing that document?
Yes, Your Honor. I do remember signing that paper.
Now, prior to signing and initialing these documents, the ones on the tablet and the ones that's before you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor, he did.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor, I understood everything I read to the best of my ability.
Is true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor, it is true and correct to the best of my knowledge.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor, and we'd also like to offer State's Exhibit 2, that's the PC affidavit for this case.
Ms. McClure, the state is offering State's Exhibit number 1 and State's Exhibit number 2. Your attorney, Mr. McIntosh, do you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, no objections. State's Exhibits number 1 and State's Exhibit number 2 will be admitted in this case. Again, Mr. McIntosh, you've advised and counseled Ms. McClure. Is there any evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial? Mr. McIntosh, is there any evidence that your client is mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. McClure, Mr. McIntosh has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Has he provided fully effective and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, Ms. McClure, you pled no contest in this case, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, it's for 45 days with credit for any time she might have going towards that and tax and retired court costs.
Well, okay, and so you're saying taxing and retired, you normally tax and retired court costs on a credit for time served. Okay. And now this is what we're going to do. Ms. McClure,
Yes, Your Honor.
cause number 326004. The state is offering that you serve 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Now, there is court cost in this case of $387. Ms. McClure, are you able, will you be able to pay that court cost?
No.
Okay, now, Ms. McClure, or do you have any source of income?
I work for my husband's flooring company.
Okay, and do you receive any type of governmental benefits?
Yes, I receive food stamps.
Okay, food stamps, okay. Okay, Ms. McClure, what we're going to do, and now, what about your, you have no income, but you are receiving food stamps, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any bills?
Yes, sir.
Do you have to pay rent?
Yes, sir.
And what is that amount?
It's $400 a month.
Okay, and utility bills?
About for
Electric,
electric
gas, and water.
and gas.
How much is that?
So electric is 200, gas and water come on, gas from Centerpoint is roughly, I can't remember what I don't want to say, I'm not quite sure what it is.
You can give me a ballpark figure of what you might be paying per month?
Like 60 for gas
Okay,
and then 60 for water.
okay, so that comes to a total of 320 total. Now, you have any child expenses?
Not this time, sir.
Okay, and then the food, the stamps, does that cover your food expenses?
Not all of it, no, sir.
Okay, what else, what would be the other excess amount of food expenses you would have? Huh?
About $200.
200? And transportation costs?
It depends on where the job is, but we spend about $200 in gas a week.
A week?
Yes, sir, because we go to Louisiana and then we go all around to do floors because of the hurricane.
And what about cell phone bills?
$50 a month.
Okay, and you don't have probation fees, do you?
No, sir, I'm not on probation.
Okay, and medical expenses?
At this time, it costs $8 to fill one prescription and $14 to fill another prescription. And then,
8 and 14?
and then, $11 a day. So that goes to 70 plus $77 a week.
So you're saying $77 a week?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 77 times 4, okay. All right, any credit card expenses?
No, sir.
Okay, Miss, this is what we're gonna do, for both of your cases, as, cause number, 326004 and cause number 327170. The court is going to waive your court costs. In both of those cases, the court is gonna find that you're indigent, and those court costs, will be waived, okay?
Thank you, Terrence.
All right. So, I'll just repeat your sentence. So your sentencing in both cases, each case will be 45 days. You're gonna get credit for any time that you're entitled to get by law. And the court costs,
Are you ready?
because the court has found that you're indigent, are going to be waived.
Thank you. And are they running concurrent, Your Honor?
I can't hear you.
Are they running concurrent, Your Honor?
She did say, Ms. Ramos.
Yes,
Well,
Your Honor.
these cases are running concurrent. They're not consecutive, so they will be running concurrent.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, now, Miss Baker McClure, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes,
And
Your
both
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
state's offers is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Okay, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you entered into with the state. Now, Miss McClure Baker, because you have a assault family violence case and a terroristic threat family violence case, in accordance with Texas Administrative Code, Section 176.1, the court hereby admonishes you of the following. Number one, you are by entry of order or judgment ineligible under Texas law to possess a firearm or ammunition. Number two, beginning now, if you possess a firearm or ammunition, it could lead to charges against you. If you have questions about how long you will be ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, you should consult an attorney. Number three, under Texas Penal Code, Section 46.01, subsection 3, A, firearm means any device designed, made, or adapted to expel a projectile through a barrel by using the energy generated by an explosion or burning substance, or any device readily convertible to that use. B, firearm does not include a firearm that may have as an integral part a folding knife blade or other characteristics of weapons made illegal by Penal Code Chapter 46, and that is one, an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, or two, a replica of an antique or curio firearm manufactured before 1899, but only if the replica does not use rimfire or centerfire ammunition. The statutes listed below are a starting point for ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition. For more information about the laws that make you ineligible to possess a firearm or ammunition, or for more information on how long your ineligibility to possess a firearm or ammunition lasts, the court recommends that you contact an attorney. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.292, Magistrate Orders for Emergency Protection. Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 42.0131, Notice for persons convicted of misdemeanors involving family violence. Penal Code, Section 46.02, Unlawful carrying weapons. Penal Code, Section 46.04, Unlawful possession of firearm. Penal Code, Section 25.07, violation of certain court orders or conditions of bond in a family violence, child abuse or neglect, sexual assault or abuse, indecent assault, stalking, or trafficking case. Family Code Section 85.026, warning on protective orders. Now, Ms. Baker McClure, you will get a copy of this ammunition there. The bailiff will provide you with a copy of this ammunition. Ms. Baker McClure, follow the bailiff